Ah, yeah. Yeah. What is going on? Beautiful people. Welcome back. It is your boy Blue, and this, my friends, is X-Plane 12. Yes, we're bringing X-Plane 12 back. Let me tell you this right now. Let me get this off my chest. It has been a long week for your boy Blue. I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm honored. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take advantage of what God puts in front of me. But it's nothing better than at the beginning or the middle or the end of a long week to sit here in front of the flight deck in the flight sim and go fly. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else in chat can relate? I think you guys can. Well, Cheese Rail Fanning is in the house. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you. Samoa Pilot is in the house. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Monorific Quarter Block. Good to see you again, man. Salute to you too, man. Joe DFW is in the house. KB1285 is in the house. Hello, Josh Brickbirds. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I still need to buy the MT11, the PMDG 737 when they come out, and some sceneries, but I also want the ERJ 145. Oh, she's nice. Latino Pilot, welcome to the stream, man. Good up to see you. What up? Trying to think of something Spanish right now, but my brain can't. Captain Lee is in the house. Shout out to him, bro. What's up, bro? Hope you're doing well, man. By the way, this scenery was made by him. Yes, sir. And it's real nice. Real nice. GD4 Main, it says, I can't wait for this aircraft to come to Microsoft Flight Sim. I have to agree with you. I do have to agree with you. I would like to have this plane on Microsoft Flight Sim too. But for now, we got on next plane, and it's great. Cooper Tiger, what up, man? Welcome to the stream, man. Sawyer Aviation, good to see you. Ken LeMay's in the house. Tube Lubes, good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Captain Lee says, glad to see you streaming Tulsa scenery. Love that airport. Yeah, I like it too. That's why I picked it. But man, good job on it, seriously. Sorry it's a little dark on the screen. It's really overcast right now in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Mamba is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Aviation Master, the master is here. What's up, man? Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Captain Rock Savage, I was literally just talking about you earlier today. I know it's weird to say that, but yes. Yeah, you came up earlier. Nothing bad, nothing bad. All good things, all good things. Really giving you, just saying how good of a streamer you are, basically. Evening flights hit, yes, sir. It's actually early morning, I think. I hope. That was the plan, at least. Yes, sir. Just got back home from Minneapolis from DFW, and I could not wait to fly. Yes, sir. When is your Run 8 coming back? Hopefully we'll see. I don't know. Probably not tomorrow. Probably next week. Maybe. Hopefully. I was hoping to do some Run 8 this week, but did not happen. Jabungo Fed, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. I haven't talked to you in a while. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Dear Crush is back in the house. Howdy. Again, enjoying tuning and watching again last night. Had to come back. Thank you, man, for coming through. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so this, my friends, is the new X-Crafts ERJ family. We're currently flying the United Express Commuter Air ERJ 145XR. That's where we're flying right now. Let's bring the music down. Yes, sir. So we'll take a really quick look at it because this is a preview. This plane is actually not out yet. Again, I do apologize. It's dark. We'll get a better look at it when we get above those nasty overcast clouds there. It's not quite freezing cold. It's just above freezing here in Oklahoma. We're going to get a really nasty freeze later, like starting tomorrow. At least the northern part of the United States is getting the freeze right now, but the rest of us down in Oklahoma, Texas, we'll get it starting like tomorrow and Saturday. It's going to be really bad, really nasty. Hopefully the power stays on and I can actually enjoy it by flying in the flight sim in some really cold, freezing weather. So again, you know, let's go outside. I have a walk around mode installed in X-Plane. This is not default. Maybe I can see it better from this angle. We'll do a quick walk around before we get going. We're gonna walk underneath the jet bridge, which is something they teach you never to do. But we're gonna do it anyways. It's a little loud. The GPU is on. We're on the airport, so yeah, it's a completely it's V2 of the ERJ by X-Craft on X-Plane 12. If you guys remember the plane from back in the day, I used to love flying it back then. And we're coming out with a V2. They've improved it. They made it better. I don't have all the details on like really what's improved and better. I'm just a streamer. I'm just a flight simmer. I'm just here to enjoy the plane. You have to read the change log and notes when the aircraft comes out for all that information. Matter of fact, I just noticed that I think I have the depth of field thing still on. So yeah, it's kind of, I feel bad. You can't see it too well because it's dark and cloudy, but we'll take a look at it when we get in the air even closer. But she's beautiful. I'll tell you this, just take my word for it. Looks great. 3D modeling is on point. In my opinion, I think that X-Crafts and his aircraft and X-Plane are some of the best like modeled texture 3D modeling and systems in X-Plane. I'll probably say like right behind Flight Factor is where I would put X-Crafts right now. All right, let's hop back in the cockpit. We'll get started going and get on out of here. Today's flight, as we fix that blurriness. All right, boom. We'll get some lights in here as well. What was I gonna say? Yeah, today's flight, we're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, by Fly Too High. You can pick up the scenery. Link is in the description if you want. The Tulsa, Oklahoma scenery. And we're flying to Chicago O'Hare, which I've not even checked if I have scenery there, which is funny to say that because I should, but if not, we might fly into some default scenery. I've not actually tested that. All right, we're gonna start by going into the EFB. This is the old EFB that we all remember. Nothing really new or fresh about that. But we have our ground services tab, which we can kind of turn on our GPU, our doors, and whatnot. We have our weight and balance screen, which is where I'm going to put in my sim brief flight plan. We'll load that data. So our flight is KTUL, Tulsa to ORD. We'll ignore that aircraft doesn't match the part. View load sheet. Load the plane, and instantly, just like that, we've loaded the aircraft with passengers and cargo. So that's good to go. And we'll do now. I thought I could send this to the FMS, but I can't. I don't know if there's a way to send your flight plan to the FMS, sorry, or anything like that. Again, I'm not an expert in the plane, I'm not a real world pilot, just a flight simmer who loves aviation and loves flight simming. So I'm not the one to ask. I'm still learning this aircraft myself, so you guys in chat might even know the plane a little better than I do. So just keep that in mind. Data, welcome to stream, man. Mikey D's in the house. HD Sim, what's up, bro? Welcome aboard, bro. Good to see you. JJ is in the house as well. Grumpy Gamer is here. The new ground textures at Tulsa look much better after update. Yes, they do. All right, so we'll go ahead and I like filling this out first, kind of getting it out of the way, so I don't have to come back to the EFB and back and forth. So right now we're flying to Tulsa, from Tulsa to Chicago. Our alternate is Milwaukee. Flight time is about an hour 47 from gate to gate. We're cruising at 35,000 feet. In Tulsa, as of right now, we're expecting 1.8 left. Wait, actually, let me look at the. Are we close? Yeah, 1.8 left is what I'm expecting. ATC may change that. So we'll have to see. Go 1.8 left here. We'll do our thrust will be Alt TO1. There's a whole explanation behind that. I'm not going to go into that. I'll let a real world pilot tell you about that stuff. There's plenty of those guys out there. And then winds right now in, where are we at? In Tulsa are showing 150 at 3 knots. So we'll type in 150/3. Enter. And our temperature here in Tulsa, Oklahoma is just 8 degrees. So again, not freezing, but just above. It is pretty chilly outside. And then our altimeter is 3016. And we'll hit enter on that and compute. We will take a look at the cabin as well, which is really nice. Again, in cruise, we'll have a little bit of time during cruise to check that out. There is a decent amount to manage in this plane, so we'll keep that in mind. There's our checklist. If you want to go by that, we'll be kind of referencing this a little bit here and there, but not completely. I'll probably leave it on this page here. We do have settings here, so if you want to go in and change your settings, like reflections, your weight from pounds to kilograms, there's a realistic AHRS alignment, which I'm actually going to turn that on. There's automated gust lock. There's a whole manual process. I probably won't go into that today. I'm just recently learning it. And then we have clean wheels versus dirty wheels. You know, Blue likes dirty wheels. Yeah. And we have our sound settings, which we can change. We have a noise cancellation headset, things like that if you choose that. And of course, we have the good old trusty Avatab where I can get my charts and stuff. So why not? I'll type in KTUL and nothing happened. Hold on. Is it routes? Or is it airports? Bro, X-Plane. It's been so long. I think it's airports. KTUL. Yeah, that's that. There we go. And we'll go grab our airport parking spots. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's it. So you can see right here, runway 18 left is up here. So that's what we're expecting. So we shall see. We're parked there at the terminal. Only one terminal. Tulsa, Oklahoma is a fairly small airport. All right, so we get to go there. We'll put this back on the checklist ones for reference. And we are good to go. All right, so let's get it going. let's get it going. It's getting cold in here. Cold. All right, so first things first, we'll get the GPU on. Actually, we'll go to battery. Battery 2. Battery 1. It takes several minutes on the aircraft. So notice on the top right of the screen, this is new. And Xcraft is pretty proud of this. So at certain points in your flight or during the setup of your flight, you'll get this like pop-up like tip saying, hey, do this or take note of this. And this is the first time seeing this right here on the stream. Hopefully you guys can see that on the stream that you can. So it says take several minutes on the real aircraft. You can make it faster by disabling realistic AHRS aligning in the EFB settings. So it's gonna, wow, that's a long time. 275 seconds. Holy, okay, yeah, it is a long time. Like, how many minutes is that? I don't even know. Anyways, GPU avail is lit up. I'm gonna skip the avionics test and all that. That's not really important for flight simmers. So we go to GPU available. That's gonna give some power. Let's get some light in here. Overhead panel. Okay, I need dome lights. Where are the dome lights? Where are the? Here they are. Oh, they're already on. Wow, the dome lights are on and it's still this dark. That's crazy. That's crazy how dark it is in here. It is, again, it is overcast, but that's crazy dark. All right, let's get out of here. GPU's on. We'll get avionics 1 and 2 on. We'll see the screens coming to life. You can also click on these screens and they will pop up on the screen. So if you need to see them closer, you can do that. So screens come to life. Very nice. All right, so GPU power is on, avionics are on, and we'll go ahead and get the APU started because we want to get some heat in here. It is pretty cold outside. We'll get the nav lights on, and we'll get the pump number 2 to the on position. We need that pump to get the APU on. The APU is up here where APU control is. We'll hit APU 2 on, wait a few seconds. If I pop this out, we can see. Again, it's kind of hard to see. I'm on a 4K monitor, so this is all really small, but that's good. And we'll go with APU start. All right, and APU's firing up. All right, clear those messages. Take a listen to the APU start. And we'll dismiss that. We don't need that anymore. And we'll kill the music if you guys can even hear it. Yep, ERJ 145 today, chat. Is there any ORD scenery with the current layout? Probably not. I do not know when the ERJ is coming out. I do not have that information. I do apologize. I wish I knew. All right, APU showing 100%, so that is on. Nav lights are already on. You know what we forgot to do? The APU fire test. That's fine. We'll worry about that. Maybe we'll do that on the next stream, next flight. All right, so that's good to go. We'll get the air conditioning or the packs on. Left and right. There you go. We can get the bleed on if we want. So there we go as well. I could have swore there was like a light in here to make it a bit brighter, but I don't know. I can't find any light. Oh well. Now the APU's on. We'll get the GPU off. Nice. And we'll get the emergency lights set to armed. Again, this thing likes to ding at you. Like every time you click a button, there's a caution. Every time. But anyways, we'll finish on the overhead and we'll continue. So now logo lights on, dome lights are on, fast seatbelt signs on, no smoking signs on. And now we dive into the meat of the aircraft, the good old FMS. So it's apparently the same as FMS of a Citation 10. There's no information on this right now, but I've figured out how to make it work. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I know that as the days go on, I'm going to learn more about the aircraft. You guys are going to teach me. More documentation will come out and we'll do better from there. All right, so Kilo, Oscar, Romeo, Delta, that's our destination. Again, I've not figured out how to load a flight plan in here manually. Or not, sorry, automatically. So I'm doing it manually today. All right, so first waypoint is Echo, Oscar, Sierra. So put that under VIA 2. And the next waypoint is going to be Sierra Golf Foxtrot, Sierra Golf Foxtrot. And then our next waypoint after that is well. So just 3 waypoints, not too bad. So not a long one. Whiskey Echo Lima Tango Sierra. There we go. And the interesting about this plane is that you can't just go from here straight to your arrival. I could put my departure in at this point, but it won't accept it unless I finish my flight plan with the destination. It's really weird and wonky like that. So even though you don't usually put, your final destination as a waypoint, this aircraft requires you to, even though it says destination already. So I'm gonna put KORD there, and that's it. So now we'll go to departure, Tulsa, runway 18 left, what we're expecting. As I said, Tulsa 1 departure is like a generic departure out of Tulsa. We'll hit activate on that. And then we'll go back to nav. It's kind of weird. You go to nav, and then you go to arrival. Uh-oh. It is closed. What are you talking about? I closed it. It thinks I didn't close the flight plan. All right, I just said that. Let's go take a look. So we'll go flight plan. It's just... why does it say go via? All right, let's clear that out. Can I clear it? Can I hit delete on that? Or delete on this one? Maybe I have to do this after putting the departure in. Let's try that now. So we go Kilo, Oscar, Romeo, Delta here. And I'm hoping it likes that. If I go to nav, arrival. No, I still can't. Man, I literally was just describing this. So something I'm doing wrong or in the wrong order. So in my flight plan, and this is like the gotcha. This is the main gotcha that I have in the FMS, because it wants me to put my... Oh, I know why. All right, so let me delete that. This should not be the case, but I think this is why. So I typed in KORD. If I click and copy ORD, let's see if that makes a difference. Look at that. It does. That's weird. So if I copy the destination into my clipboard and then paste it there, it accepts it as a last waypoint rather than typing it in. It thinks it's a waypoint. That is weird. I don't know if it's supposed to work that way. If it does work that way, Embraer, I don't like it. All right, now we go to nav, and we should be able to click on arrival, just like that. Sweet. So we're going to star our arrival into Chicago. Will be the Trill 6 or Turtle. I think it's Turtle 6. We'll go next. Speaking of that, guys, I'll use this as a reminder. If you're a Navigraph subscriber, or you like to keep your nav charts up to date, there was an update like yesterday or today for the Iraq data, so don't forget to update that before your next flight. All right, well, this will be our next, our transition, the approach. We're expecting this to a center. Again, you can do all this after we're in the air. I like getting out of the way. I get distracted when I start flying, so I like that. We're not going to go all the way to vlogler, absolutely not. So that's good to go right there. All right, so now that that is done, we can go to, I think, perf. What we need to do now, right? Go to my little cheat sheet here. It's interesting because they never actually like activate too often, which I'm used to having to activate every time. Okay, so now we'll go to perf. Yeah, perf. Perf inits. Next page. Alright, so this is our cruise and climb and all that. It says cruise 290, that's the speed. I'll leave all this the same. This is another gotcha that I have. I'll show you here in just a second. So we're planning to cruise at flight level 350, 35,000 feet. So 350, I'm gonna put that there. Cruise winds are 272 at 110, so it's actually pretty close. I don't know where he gets his data from, but it's actually pretty close to what I got from SimBrief. So 272/110. And notice how I'm able to change all this. So transition altitude here in America is always 18,000 feet. ISA dev is supposed to be -3. Now this is something that has not worked for me in the past. Let's see if it does it here live on stream. -3 is the ISA deviation. If I click next to that, it does not change. So don't know why it won't let me. Maybe I have to put C. Let me see. I know the MD11 makes you put C. Let's see. -3 C. I don't think that should matter. Nope, doesn't work. All right, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. So again, there's a few things about this plane that I'm kind of familiar with, and I'm kind of hoping that I'll learn, in the comments or in the chat after this stream. All right, so we have, we actually supposed to have 50 passengers on board. It says 24 here at 170 pounds. This is another thing that it will not let me change. So again, don't know why that is. Again, this, I have to make a disclaimer. Early access, preview build. I have to say that legally, I guess. But yeah, so I don't know. I can't change any of this for some reason, so we'll leave it as is, and we'll move on to the next thing. So now we'll go to perf. Actually, on the EFB, which we've already done. No, we didn't do it. Did we do it? Yeah, we did. So on the EFB, we have our perf. So these are the numbers that I'm going to go by. I can also hit send to PFD, and it should send these numbers to my primary flight display. So we'll use that. All right, next we'll go back to the FMC and we'll get our radios tuned. I don't think any ATCs on LIAN on VATSIM. Let's double check. Didn't think so. So we're going to use say intentions, as we always do when we don't have any ATC. So if I go to nav, go to tune, and this is where you can handle your radios on the first page, and on the second page is where your transponder is. It's kind of hidden. You can also do it right here. You have your TCAT, no, sorry, your transponder and your radio, and you can change it down here. So I like typing it in here. It's much faster and easier. So let's go ahead and put in the ATIS, so 124.9, 124.9. On
3025.
And we should be hearing that now.
Density altitude -1700 feet. Advise on initial contact you have information Lima. Tulsa International Airport.
Try M3. Ooh, that's a good. Lima. Let me try that.
1253 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 18 left, 18 right. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 15,000 feet.
Nope, doesn't work, dear crusher.
5,000 feet. Temperature -4.
Doesn't work.
Dew point -7. Altimeter 3025. Density altitude.
So I don't know what they want there.
1700 feet. Advise on initial.
Sounds good, Captain Lee. You're probably gone already, but have a safe trip out there to the store, man.
Tulsa International Airport.
The Honeywell Primus 2000 FMS. The one you're using is the one of the worst in the industry. Second to the Universal FMS. That's crazy. This is an old plane. This is an old plane in real life. That's hilarious. Wow. Wow. It's not good, I'll admit. Of all the FMCs I've used and learned, this is my least favorite for sure. Anyways.
Altimeter 3025.
Alright, altimeter 3025.
Density altitude -1700 feet. Advise on initial contact you have information Lima.
Alright, we have Lima chat, so let's go ahead and switch over to clearance delivery in Tulsa.
Arriving and departing runways
which is 13405.
Right. Wind calm. Visibility 10.
So what I like to do is I like to put the nav on the right screen.
15,000 feet. Scattered at 25,000
feet. 134.05.
Dew point -7.
There we go. We have perf data and stuff like that. Again, I don't know how to change any of this stuff, so I don't really mess with it. It won't let me like adjust any of these numbers. But again, it's most likely user error because I just don't know what I don't know. You know what I'm saying? In the takeoff page here, again, mostly information. I want to change all this stuff because this is all wrong. But again, I can't. If I want to put 5 here, it doesn't change again. So again, don't know what it wants from me. Maybe it's just data. I'm not supposed to change it, but it's wrong, and I want to change it. Like for example, here, dry condition versus wet. That's kind of important to change, but it won't let me change it. Again, probably because I'm doing something wrong. So I'm not going to blame the plane for that, for my ignorance. But anyways, 134.05. We're on clearance now, and oh yeah. So I want to change the barrel. It's crazy the fact that the freaking dome. I think the reason why the dome light is not really doing anything is because it's technically daytime, and the reason why it's dark is not because there's no sun, but because of the clouds blocking the sun. So I think that's what I'm going with. All right, 3016 on the barrel here. I don't know if it sets it on both sides, does it? It does not. Great. 3016 on the FO side. Good to go. All right, cool. Let's get out of here before we get a fuel imbalance. So let's get our IFR clearance, and we'll hopefully get to push back here in just a few minutes. All right, let's see. Who are we? We're commuter air. That's what we are. I have to remind myself my call sign every time. Tulsa clearance, commuter air 116 IFR to Chicago with the weather. I already forgot what it was. That's my fault. I have it, but I don't remember I don't remember the letter. I don't remember the letter.
Commuter 116 Tulsa clearance, clear to O'Hare. Radar vectors EOS, Zen is filed. Climb and maintain 15,000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.1 squawk 7776. Expect runway 18 left.
Nice. Clear to O'Hare via radar vectors EOS, then is filed. Climb maintain 15,000. We'll expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.1 squawk 7776, and we'll expect runway 18 left for commuter air 116. Technically, be 116 in America. All right, they gave us 15,000. We'll set that. We'll preset that.
Commuter 116, read that correct. Ground will be on 121.9er.
All right, we'll set 121.9er here. 121.9er, ground point 9er. Let's go set our transponder on page 2, which he said was 7776. Right? Yeah.
Hey folks, welcome to our ride to Chicago O'Hare International Airport on Commuter Flight 4236. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the space under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to me. We're here to help.
No problem, Brady. Yeah, I tried, man. Again, I'm here to learn as well. I'm figuring it out. There's a little bit of details on how to do things. The one thing they don't show you how to do is this, the computer. Let's try that again. So we're getting some suggestions for the perf page. So he says, try -03. Let's see. -03. It's actually, nope, that didn't work either. And then for the passenger weight, which I think was back here. There it is. What'd you say? Such as 50/200. Let's see what happens. 50/200. I kind of thought I tried that, but let's see. Nope. Yeah, again, I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait for Marco to explain what's supposed to happen here. So, all good. Oh, good. It's not going to stop us from flying. It's not essential, honestly. It doesn't really make a difference. The plane's going to fly just fine without that. It just won't be really accurate in the numbers, so we'll be fine. All right, we got our IFR clearance. We got 15,000 feet as our initial climb altitude. So I'm setting that on the left PFD screen. I know it's hard to see. I do apologize, guys, in the stream. If any of this is hard to see, it's very dark in the cockpit right now. I don't know if that's an aircraft issue or if it's an X-plane issue or if it's just because it's cloudy outside. I don't really know, but the dome light is not really illuminating the interior like I feel like it should. So that's probably an issue that they need to fix. We'll set our speed to like 210 initially, and that's good. All right, we are basically ready to push. So let's go ahead and call out our absolute favorite pushback tow driver in all of Flight Sim is Better Pushback. I wish we had this.
Cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
I wish we had this add-on so bad on Microsoft, and we kind of do. It says it's a new version. Okay, I don't even know where to get a new. I don't even know where to go to get a version of Pushback.
Ground to cockpit.
This one works.
Tow is driving up.
This one works, so I'm not changing it. All right, so let's get the beacon light on. We're ready to move the aircraft. We'll get all the doors shut on the exterior, so we're going to wait and ground services. We'll get the GPU disconnected. We're not using it. We'll get the ground objects removed, have cargo door closed, and we'll go ahead and I guess shut the door as well. Why not? And then we'll get the what's the thing called? The gate, the jet bridge. We'll get that out of the way as well. I think Shift G. Yep, Shift G, detach.
Okay, Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Bro, when we break out those clouds, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. I seriously can't wait. Thank you, Dark. Welcome to the stream, man. There are floodlights on the slanted light panel left of the PUD. Okay, let's check it out.
Windshield
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of lights right here.
in position.
Let's see if it does
Release
anything.
parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Panel lighting, pedestal light, PFD, MFD, chart, floodlight. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Yeah. Can I get the other parts too? Is there another floodlight somewhere we can turn on? What about this side? I appreciate you, Brady. Or Brad. Is it Brad or Brady? Yeah, it's the same floodlight. Displays, panel lighting, okay. I'm sure there's another light, like maybe on the center pedestal somewhere. No. Alright, I think we're good. That's good enough. Won't be too long that we are stuck with this dark situation. Alright, did he say parking brake? Yeah, I think he did. So let's make sure we're good on the overhead. I think we are. Nav good. Emergency lights are on. Seatbelt signs on. Electric pumps are off. We'll turn those on in a second. Don't need anti-ice right now. We got AC. Yep, we're good. Let's go ahead and push back. Probably forgetting something, but brakes release, clear to push. Just watch this beautiful bird push back. You know, I used to not like how this plane looked, but now I'm a fan. I'm a fan now. I am a fan.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, so if you guys are unfamiliar with X-Plane and better pushback, it does the whole pushback for you. You basically tell it, hey, go here, and it does it. Simple as that. It's the way every pushback add-on should work. Okay, we gotta fix that blurriness. Yeah, buddy, we're pushing back.
Hey folks, welcome to our ride to Chicago O'Hare International
No
Airport
release date
on
yet,
Common Air
Avion.
Flight
No release date, man.
4236.
Retired firefighter,
Our
welcome back to the
estimated
stream.
flight time is about 75 minutes, so please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration. As
You
it
don't
contains
like the
important
United
information,
ERJ-145.
even for frequent flyers. To start, please fasten your seatbelts by inserting
I don't
the
mind it.
metal
I've
tip
always
into
liked
the
this
buckle and pulling the
blue
strap to
Evo
tighten.
livery.
Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Now, please return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position and open your window blinds for takeoff and landing. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices like laptops should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing.
Bro, so smooth.
Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are strictly prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. In the unlikely event that oxygen masks are needed, they will drop automatically. Pull the mask firmly towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally.
I didn't do that.
Remember
Oh,
to
shoot.
secure your own mask before assisting others.
Oh, I don't know what I
Your
did.
life vest is
I don't know what I did.
on
Don't
your
crash.
seat. To
I'm
put
just
it
kidding.
On, pull it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft.
I'm just kidding.
Special life vests for children are available. Floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits located at the front and rear of the aircraft.
Operation
and the
complete.
nearest exit
Set
will be
parking
behind
brake.
Alright.
you. In case of
Brake
an
set.
evacuation,
Clear disconnect.
please
Show us the
leave all
pin.
Disconnecting
personal
tow.
belongings behind
Stand by.
and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately. If any electronic device becomes hot or shows signs of damage, please inform a member of the crew right away. Lastly, the safety information card in your seat pocket contains all the details you need. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy the flight.
Shout out to all my flight attendants out there. Alright, disconnect. Alright, let's get her fired up. Okay, so to do that, we'll go up top, get our hydraulic pumps to auto. We'll get the fuel pumps, the left one on. Remember, we turned the right one on for the APU start, so we'll get the left one on now. We'll also get our engine bleed 1 and 2 off, which it already is. Our cross bleeds can be open.
Tow is disconnected and bypass
Now,
ban has been
in the
removed.
checklist-
Hand signal will be on the left. We'll
I'm gonna
see you
try
next time.
something.
Have a safe flight.
In the checklist, it says packs on. Where is it at? Where is it at? Yeah, packs on right here. It says packs on for the startup, I believe. Which usually, most planes, once you turn them off. But I wonder if it's because I turned this cross bleeds. I'm going to attempt to start it with the packs on, but usually it's packs off. Usually it's packs off. Alright, so it's good to go. Ignition is set to auto. Technically, how cold is it right now? I believe I learned from another YouTuber who has a really good tutorial on this plane that if it's under 5 degrees, I think, if it's colder to 5 degrees, then you do the ignition to on. It is actually 7, so we're leaving it on auto. Alright, throttle is auto. That's really important that your throttle is in auto for engine start. So it is. My physical throttle and that one. Transponder to TARA, which we can do here. There we go. And starting engine number 2. Gotta run and then start. Alright, she's firing up. Take a listen. You can hear the hydraulic whine and everything. Alright, good start on engine 2. We'll clear the caution and start up engine number 1. We'll hit the cover there. Run and start. And I think you have to wait a second because sometimes if you do it too quickly, it won't start. We'll try that again. There we go. I already clicked that time. Alright, let's go outside. Alright, beautiful. So I can confirm it is not a typo. You can start the engines with the packs on. Alright, interesting. Alright, cool. So engine start is complete. We'll go ahead and get the APU bleed closed. And the engine bleeds left and right to open. The cross bleed will go back to auto. You can hear that happen right there. We'll go to APU stop. Once it stops, we'll go to off. So let's go do that now, actually. Do off. There we go. And let's see, packs on, APU stop, hydraulic pumps are all auto. Windshield heat, we don't really need that right now, I don't think. I think we're good. Anti-ice is mostly automatic, we'll leave it in auto. Flaps, we'll set those to 9. So down on the notch here on the flaps to 9. We can see that it is indeed 9 right here. There it is. Flaps 9, gear all green. Pitch anywhere between 7 and 8. It's at 8. We'll put it at 7. That's fine. And then we'll do a flight control check. Now I think I have to maybe do the gust lock first in order for that to even work. So let's see. Yeah. So there's a gust lock. Well, under the gust lock, I don't know if that worked. Let me see. I know like the way you normally do it is you gotta do both hands. So pull. Yeah, I can't even pull all the way back. And then unhit the gust lock. Or something like that, right? I think mine is set to automatic. I just click and it just works. So hopefully you can notice. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now we're talking. My whole freaking desk is moving because of this heavy force feedback yoke from Moza. All right, we're good to go. Flight control check. We'll get our rudders are working as well. So nose steering. That is all good. And I think we are ready. We're taxi, so we'll go over here, we'll get our taxi lights on. Close the cover. Taxi lights on. Yeah. Alright, let's get it. It's actually brightening up a little bit outside, which is nice. Alright, let's call for taxi. Tulsa ground commuter 116 ready to taxi with hotel. I still don't know what the weather is. I think was it hotel? He'll correct me, maybe.
Commuter Air 116, Tulsa ground, runway 18 left, taxi via Juliet, Juliet 1.
Alright, straight ahead. Alright, we'll taxi 18 left via Juliet, Juliet 1, Commuter 116. Alright guys, let's get it. Brakes off. And when the brakes come off, it just rolls on its own. Let's watch the drive-by. And chat, we are finally rolling. Let's go. Screenshot. Nice. Alright. Let's go. So I believe I should be able to hit the toga button, right? Or should I do that when let's see if that works. I think I can arm toga on the ground. Alright, this is Juliet. We're gonna cross this runway here. So we'll get our strobe lights on for that. Checking left, left's clear. Right's clear. That is 26. He did not tell us to hold, so we'll go right through.
Approaching runway 26.
Yeah, taxi is really nice, I'll say that. Taxi is really nice. Again, guys, this airport is by Fly Too High. It's on the X-Plane store, also known as Captain Lee, or Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you're looking for Tulsa, Oklahoma scenery, pick it up. Link is in the description. Alright, so FMS, we can actually set our GPS there. It's now in pink. There's a couple of things that we did forget to do that I'm going to do here before we get going. Let's see. One of those being the takeoff mode, which I'm probably going to wait till we stop till I do that. What's up, random video editor? Welcome to the stream. I think we should get another flyby. I'm going to move for another flyby. Does that say end of what? Oh, no takeoff. Engine, no takeoff data. Okay, no problem. No problem. Alright. There it is, chat. The ERJ-145XR by X-Crafts in X-Plane 12, which is looking pretty nice today. A little dark, overcast. That's going to change when we get above the clouds. I love that shot. Oh my gosh. There's something, I think the reason why I like the CRJ and the ERJ is because it's one of the few planes where we get the nice T-tail look. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have a lot of planes with this T-tail look anymore. Most of the aircraft all have the engines underneath the wings. You don't see many aircraft with engines at the rear of the aircraft anymore. So I think why I like it is it's different. I think sounds are pretty good. Sounds like an ERJ for sure. Oof. Look at her. Yes, sir. Look at her. Alright, so the few things we haven't done yet is our takeoff mode. There's something else that I didn't do. I didn't do toga either, which we'll wait to do after we set the takeoff mode. And then we'll figure the rest out from there. Wish me luck. Flight's not that long. Again, we're flying, if you're just joining us, from Tulsa to Chicago O'Hare as Commuter 116 or 116. We are on VATSIM, but there's no ATC, so we're using say intentions. Speaking of say intentions, we need to switch over to Tower. Tower is going to be on 118.7. So we'll do that in a second. So we can do it now. 118.7. There we go. Alright, throttles are working, that's good. Gust lock is off, that's good. Flaps are set, that's good. There's our runway. And we'll hold short here at 1.8 left. Oh, I'm excited for this one. And we'll hold right there short of the numbers. Standing on the brakes, let's do a couple of things. So, I'm gonna quick set the brake.
Approaching runway 18 left.
While I do this. So what's weird is I'm gonna pop up this screen, which you guys. Oh, why is my brake? Yeah, I'll pop up this screen, which you guys can barely see. Matter of fact, I can barely see it. And we'll go to the overhead, and there's a button right here that says takeoff data. And if I hit store, it puts us in this little engine mode. I'm gonna select Alt TO1, which is decrease to the left. I'll hit store. That saves that. Reference temp is asking, hey, what is the temperature outside? I think it's 8. No, it's actually 7. 7's right. So that's good. We'll go to store again, and then reference anti-ice, which is there an auto function? No, it's just off, and yeah, so we'll have it off. I'll hit store again. It's gonna turn to blue, and that's all I know to do right now. The rest I haven't learned yet, but I know we gotta do that, and then I'll place that back where it's at. Let's see if toggle works here. Yes, no. My toggle button doesn't work. That's fun. Can I press? Is there a button I can press here? Yeah, there is roll TO. That's what I want. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and request for takeoff. Tulsa Tower. Have you there 116, holding short 18 left, ready for departure.
Commutair 116, Tulsa Tower, runway 18 left, winds 310 at 3, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff. Commutair 116. Alright, we're ready to go. Oh, you know, we forgot to put stereo light on. Whoops. Alright, we are clear for takeoff. Left side's clear. Let's go to flight control cam. Again, we're using the Moza force feedback yoke today and throttle with the Thrustmaster rudder pedals. Alright, the good news is it does not say no takeoff, so that's a good sign. Let's get one more line of view. Oh, it's gonna be nice. This is gonna be real nice. See if we can line it up from this angle. Oh yeah, the sounds are good. Sounds are good. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, we are lining up 18 left.
18 left.
Let's get it, chat. Let's get it.
9,000
Alright, we're gonna sync our heading.
feet.
Runway heading right now, so clicking on heading to sync it. There we go, and throttle. Move forward. I don't think there's an auto throttle in this plane. Alright. Let's move this out of the way. Alright, airspeed is left. 8 knots. Rotate. I can feel the wheels spinning through the yoke. That's crazy. Wow. Yo, shout out to Element. I don't know if he's watching. I'm using his business jet profile right now, and it feels amazing. Yacht Amper's coming on. We're gonna bug the heading.
116, contact departure on 119.1.
Over to departure 19.1. Commutair 116. Alright, I'm gonna need to point the nose down here a little bit and get autopilot on so that I can go hands off for the radio. But it feels really good. It feels really good. Alright, let's go. Headings on, flight level change on, autopilot on, I'm hands free. What did he say? I don't know what that's about. TRS? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. He said 11 something point something. Alright, watch our speed. Alright, 119? Yeah, 119.1. 119.1. Departure, commuter 116 is passing 5,000 for 15,000. Alright, flaps coming up.
Commuter 116, Tulsa departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000, turn left, heading 060, vectors to EOS, then on course.
Wow, look at the yoke. Left 060, then on course to EOS, commuter 116. Alright, putting 060 in the heading. I'm actually surprised. I was not expecting the yoke to move on its own. That's pretty cool. Let's get the sound down so we can go outside. It's going to be very loud out there. Still loud. Yeah, no.
16, direct EOS, then as filed, please.
Direct EOS, then as filed, commuter 116. Oh, look at the clouds back there. Bro, that's nice. That's nice. Alright, so let's just go direct EOS. Let's go to FMC, go to flight plan, go to direct on the right here. Oh, why is it not activated? That's interesting. Anyways, direct.
Commuter 116, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Sorry. Climb maintain 270. Commuter 116. Alright, switch to
Hey
270.
folks, we've just climbed above 10,000 feet, and I'm happy to let you know that the lavatories are now available. You can also use your approved electronic devices in
Alright,
flight
270
mode.
sets.
Cabin
Aircraft is
service will begin
above
shortly, so please sit back and relax.
10,000
Thank you for
feet.
flying
I'm
with
gonna change
us
my
today.
speed over. We're still in flight level change mode. I'm gonna change my speed, which it won't let me. I don't know why it won't let me change it, but I guess we'll just climb at 263 knots. I think it's managing it. It's in blue, and it's actually changing on its own. I'm not doing that. So I'm in some kind of mode that automatically does that. I don't really know how. But anyways, let's go direct to EOS. So hit EOS. And that should just go direct. It does. I can't see the flight plan on here. Can I zoom in or out here?
All aboard!
FMS. This worked for me earlier. Oh, here we go. Let's just see what happens if I hit nav. I don't know if we're pointed at it, I can't tell. Alright, we're on nav mode, and the aircraft is turning like it's flying towards something, so that's good. Oh yeah, look at that ortho down there. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so it's got us up to 290 knots. You know what? I think I know where it's getting that number from. It's getting that number from the FMS when we first did the perf and whatnot for climb. So it's basically setting us to our managed climb speed for flight level change. Again, it's not auto throttle. It's not an auto throttle. It's just like saying, hey, at 290, pitch for 290 until we get to 227,000 feet. I'm gonna switch the ATC to my co-pilot so I can focus on flying the plane. I'm still new to the aircraft, and trying to multitask is not a good idea right now. So we're going direct to EOS. I'm trying to find out why I don't see a flight plan on this screen right now, and why I can't see it. System, no. Oh, here's my range right here. There we go. All right, now I see it. It's because we're zoomed in too much. Yeah, so we're going direct to EOS. That's perfect. That's good. That's good. And I don't really want to see all this VOR data and stuff. How do I... MFD? Here we go. Airport. Yeah, turn all that off. I don't need any of that stuff. I'll leave data on. Other than that, we're good to go. The checklist button doesn't work right now, so I don't know if they're going to change that in the future. We also have weather radar and terrain, which is nice. We'll turn a weather radar on and see how that goes. I assume, since this plane is coming out, you know, in the future, and X-Plane just recently got a really major weather radar update, like a very realistic weather radar. I'm assuming that that should like work realistically, but I don't know if they've incorporated that. So we'll see if we see anything on the radar. There is some winter storm stuff happening right now out there in the U.S. But look at those clouds, man. Look at that. Wow, wow, man. X-Plane looks so good sometimes. It really does. It really does. In Perfect Init, your default climb speed was 280 knots, so it's going to fly that speed if I recall. Yeah, that's what it's doing, I believe. But I wonder, how do I change that if I want a specific speed and I don't want to use the FMC speed? I'm wondering how I can make that adjustment. Alright, we're going to be under the clouds for just a little bit longer. And hopefully it'll brighten up. You can actually see, look at that sun ray shining through the cloud and onto the ground.
116, contact Kansas City Center on 128.8.
That was pretty fly. Alright, she sure. There we go, she fly for me.
128.8. Commutair 116.
You need to fill out the perf pages. That's why the flight plan doesn't have speeds and altitude. Gotcha. I couldn't figure out how to fill it out, Mac. Honestly. Could not figure out how to fill it out. Alright, we're above 10K. So what we'll do is we'll get the land lights off. And we will release cabin. Okay, yeah, I can barely hear that. Fast seatbelts will leave on, but
Commutair 116.
that's all good.
Good morning. Climbing through flight level 220 for flight level 270.
Alright, we're looking good. Mach 6.
Commutair 116, Kansas City
And
Center.
we're in the clouds. And we're hitting some turbulence too. Look at that, it's shaking around. Look at the wing flex. Look at the wing flex. Look at the wing. It's just a little bit of flex. Like, that's ERJ flex right there. You rarely see that in flight sim. Because the wings are so short, a lot of times we don't see like little to no flex at all on RJs. So it's nice to see he modded that very well, in my opinion. Alright, we're above 18 as well. Let's go standard on the barrel, if it'll let me. Is there a standard button? Oh yeah, right here. Standard. There we go. On the left and on the right. Yeah, this is cool. Alright, again, there's no auto throttle from what I understand. So once we get to... Did he give me a higher altitude? Hold on. What did he say? No, he still got us limited at 27,000 feet for some reason. And we're there now. Oh, I can't. I think we're gonna level off in the clouds. Set the TRS setting to cruise and reduce thrust. You are still using climb thrust. Press the cruise button on the thrust rating panel. 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 Where is that? Thrust rating panel. Thrust rating panel. Oh, right here. Oh. Okay. Then reduce thrust by a few percent to avoid overspeeding. Okay. So I'm manually reducing my thrust now by a few percent. First time pressing that button.
Hey folks, the lavatories are now available, and you're welcome to use your approved electronic devices in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Alright, they can't do that. They can't do that. Hey, we're experiencing some turbulence right now, so I asked if you guys will hold off on cabin service for the next few minutes until we get out of these bumps. Man, that is bumpy.
Hey folks, we are currently experiencing some turbulence, so we kindly ask that you remain seated with your seatbelts fastened. We will begin cabin service shortly once the conditions improve. Thank you for your understanding.
Let's ask AT to see if we can get higher. Who we I can ask her. Hey, can you ask ATC if we can get higher? I'm talking to my co-pilot. by the way, guys. I was talking to the...
I'll ask ATC if we can descend higher.
Kansas City Center, Commutair 116,
Not descend.
requesting climb to a higher altitude.
Wow, it's bumpy. It's worse because we're going fast now.
Commutair 116, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Nice.
Climb and maintain flight level 350, Commutair 116.
Alright, 350. Now, how do I tell you I want that? Flight change mode, maybe? Yeah, that works.
Hey folks, we've just reached a safe altitude, and I'm happy to let you know that the lavatories are now available.
No, they're not.
You can also use your approved electronic devices in flight mode. Cabin
No, they're
service
not.
will begin shortly, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Hold on, let me tell her. I think we're about to break out here. I think we're about to break out here, guys. I think we're about to break out. Wait for it. Wait for it. Alright, we're almost out of this turbulence. So again, I asked that the flight attendants take their seats and that we delay the cabin service and also make sure passengers don't use the lavatory unless it's an absolute need. Flight Simulator 101, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. I know, right? They're doing their own thing.
Captain. I will ensure that cabin service is delayed and remind passengers to remain seated.
Here it is, here it is, here it is. Here it is.
Only.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey folks,
Let's
we
go,
are
let's go,
currently
let's go.
experiencing some turbulence. Please remain seated with your seatbelts
Here it comes.
fastened.
Y'all see my yoke?
We kindly ask that
How it's
you
been
only
like
use the lavatories
rocking this whole
absolutely
time? There's a
necessary.
breakout right there.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can see that. Look, like, you see how it's moving? It's shaking pretty violently. There's the breakout. We finally got out of those clouds. How high was that? 31,000 feet. So we came into the clouds at like 25,000 and came out at 31,000. And we're getting one heck of a crosswind too. Yeah, it smooths out now. Okay, sorry about that. We finally cleared that turbulence. Cabin crew can finally resume your normal duties. So I'm able to talk through intercom to the flight attendant.
Cabin crew will resume normal duties now that the turbulence has cleared.
And the first officer.
Hey folks, we have cleared the turbulence.
VSA
You are
intentions.
now free to move about the cabin. Cabin service will begin shortly, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Alright, now that we're finally above the clouds and there's no longer a super, muggy, overcast sky, we can finally see the plane in the bright light. So let's take a close look at it. Let's take a close look at it. I'm telling you, it looks good. I'm telling you, it looks good. Love the way the wings. They really look like they're. Oh, we're in more clouds. Wow. Another layer of clouds that I wasn't expecting. There it is. Oh, this is a big cloud. That's what it was. There she is, chat. The X-Craft's ERJ-145 V2 in all her glory. Man, it looks good. I don't know why you guys hate this livery. I don't. I love this livery. I really do love this livery. I like this livery. I like the American Eagle livery. I'm not a big fan of the Delta one. The Delta one to me is kind of boring. I mean, I fly it. I fly Delta all the time, but the Delta livery is just so super corporate. I mean, this is corporate too, but I've always liked the swoosh livery, the blue swoosh they have down here. So yeah, we're above most of the clouds. There's just a few higher towering clouds we're still getting through. And it looks like we're probably going to be stuck in them. We're only going to 35,000 feet, 1,000 to go as of right now. So we'll probably be cloud surfing the rest of the flight. Very high clouds today. But we're looking good. We're climbing. We're in cruise mode climbing. We're going to learn how to use this FMS and see if it gives us some sort of like top of descent or something. We'll have to figure that out as we go. But chat, what do you think so far? What do you think of the aircraft so far? Are you just not a fan of ERJs? Are you a fan of ERJs? Are you a fan of this ERJ? Look at that, man. Come on. They do have the JSX livery, yes. I'm sorry I'm so late to answering that comment. I'm finally no longer heads down on the aircraft. I can finally kind of see you guys' comments and stuff like that. Long time no see, yeah, for sure. Flight Simulator 101. Welcome back, man. It's always good to see you. It has been a while. It's been a long time, actually. Very long time. Mr. Cooper says, I love the look of the whole thing. Again, it's also known as the flying carrot. And once you think of flying carrot, you can't unsee a flying carrot. The old plane had an Easter egg where you could turn the whole aircraft into a carrot. And that still exists. But I want to tell you and warn you, if you find it, it's a flight ending button. There's no way to reverse carrot mode. But anyways, in real life, I'm still not a big fan of the ERJs. I'm not. I mean, as a passenger, I've never enjoyed flying on any of the regional jets. I didn't enjoy flying on the CRJ. I didn't enjoy flying on the ERJ. But I don't know. I don't mind really flying it in the sim. It's a different vibe, a different feeling. But yeah, in real life, I'm not a big fan of it. Like usually when you see an ERJ or a CRJ, you kind of just look at the 737 next to it or the bigger plane, right? You kind of ignore them. They're the under. Yeah, people just don't like them. They don't. But they're the workhorses, man. There's a lot of these flying today. A lot of these flying. I don't know how it is in Europe. I don't know sure how often these are being flying in Europe, but in the US, for all the regional routes, if you're not flying a CRJ, you're in this. Now, I think some of these are being replaced by the A220, but I also heard, and I could be corrected, that I thought the A220 was not doing so well. Like I thought that I heard somewhere that the A220, even though it was like the newer aircraft, was being replaced as well. I mean, I could be getting corrected if I'm wrong on that, but I would much rather be in an A220 than in this. That's for sure. I have no name. Yes, this is X-Crafts. Not Flight Effects. Is Flight Effects making one of these as well? I know that they're making some sort of regional jet, but I can't remember which one they're making. So if you guys want to remind me what it is, let me know. Oh, it's Flight Simmer. What's up, man? And welcome back to the streamer. How you doing, bro? Good morning to you, by the way, or good afternoon, whatever time it is over there in Aussie world. Good to see you, man. It's very detailed, Ethan. Very detailed. Very, very detailed. It's so detailed I can't even cover everything because I don't know everything. You'd have to ask a real-world RJ pilot who flies this to dig into the details because I don't know it. I don't know. I'm just a flight simmer, and it does all the things that flight simmers want. It's everything and more, right? Very deep system simulations. Top of the line 3D modeling. Great sounds. As a passenger, RJs suck. Yes, they do, especially if you're tall. Luckily, I'm not tall at all. You'll never think blue's tall. But if you're a tall person, I can't imagine flying in general. Like, not just RJs, but just any flying as a tall person. Like, if I was tall, I would have to fly first class everywhere I go just to get the leg room. How am I finding the ERJ flight model compared to the old one if you had it? So I did have the old one, but it's been so long, to be honest, man, that I don't remember. All I can tell you is it feels good to me. It feels good to me. And honestly, pretty much all of the modern aircraft in X-Plane all feel great. Amazing. I've been flying Microsoft Flight Sim a lot, or you know what I'm saying? And so when you come from Microsoft Flight Sim and you jump in X-Plane, the flight model difference is It's so it's so different in a good way. Do you think X-Plane Next Gen scenery is going to be released this year? I really hope so, man. We've been talking about the X-Plane Next Gen scenery for years, and we've not gotten much details. I know X-Plane is the type of company that doesn't do a lot of talking. They rather, you know, put their head down in secrecy and quiet and work on a feature and then, you know, talk about it and get it out when it's ready. But we haven't heard little to anything about the next gen scenery. If you see below us right now, this is all custom made ortho tiles to give you the realistic ground textures and whatnot. This might be V-states. I still use Vertical Sims V-states for each state that I fly in the United States. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that because people always ask, hey, do you recommend X-Plane? And, you know, I don't say no. I just say, hey, listen, there's a few things you need to know about X-Plane. And that is, by default, you do not get, you know, a world of realistic ground scenery. You get, you know, kind of generic copy-paste scenery that kind of gives you an idea of what the region looks like, but it doesn't give you, you know, what you get in Microsoft Flight Sim. So, you have to understand that. But there are some add-ons, freeware, that you can download yourself. We probably should check our speed. Actually, we're surprisingly good. Yeah. I'm not even going to touch it, because we're right on the money right now. But yeah, there's some add-ons you can get, like, was it Auto Ortho, which, like, streams it to you and other things like that. I'm using Ortho 4XP. I'm using actual downloaded Ortho, so none of the Ortho you see down low is actually streamed to me. This is all actually on my external hard drive. So I've not made the move to the stream stuff, but I'm hoping X-Plane has a solution for that this year. It needs it. It needs it bad. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they made it X-Plane 13. I would be okay if they released an X-Plane 13, but with global, you know, world scenery and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind that. I feel like it's a big enough difference to justify a new number. Fun fact, the ERJs share the same engine as a Citation 10. Huh, you know what? Now that you say that, that is the same engine. Obviously the Citation 10 is much shorter. But yeah, I never knew that. But Citation is not an E-Jet, but they share the same engine. That's so interesting how that works. It's not an Embraer, but it's a Citation. It's a whole different company, but they have the same engine. That's cool. Thanks for that little fact. You like the faster planes, faster to board and deplane? Yeah, that is true. That is true. I'm 5'7" and I barely fit. That's funny. You're an ERJ fan and a hater. I think I might be there with you. I'm a fan in the sim of the ERJs, but in real life I'm a hater. Anytime I'm going for a flight and I see them ride on the ERJ, I'm like, dang it. You know what I mean? Because like ERJs, you don't get no TVs. You know what I mean? The seats are tiny. They're like, it's only 2 in a row. Yeah, I don't mind it every once in a while because as a like aviation fan, I like the chance to be in like every type of aircraft. And so, like if I were to book a flight tomorrow and it say I'm in an ERJ, I actually wouldn't be upset because I've been flying it in the sim lately, and I can go and kind of like compare how it is in the sim and how it is in real life. So I wouldn't mind it right now, but I wouldn't want to fly regularly in it. I'd much rather be in a nice comfy 737 Max. Besides American and the Delta ERJ 145, the best for me are the MD-88. You know, I need to try the MD-88 again. I haven't flown it in a long time. Nice to see more Microsoft Flight Sim content. How have I been? I've been pretty good, man. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, it's been a long week, but I'm good. It's just, you know, being a parent, a new parent. My baby just turned 1, last month, and so been dealing with that for the last year, and I'm still learning as I go every single day. And although it is fun and I enjoy it, it is also a grind. It is also very tiring, and you know, I've been up since 6 this morning or whatever. It's about to be 10, and I'm gonna be up for quite a few hours after we finish the stream as well, on working on my regular job as well. So it's a long week, man, long week. I think I feel better because I did take a nap before the stream, so I'm awake at least. I'm good. A Simhaven and XP. I don't know what that is. I should try X-Plane map enhancement. I've heard really good things about X-Plane map enhancement. I've not tried it, but I've heard really good things. I'm kind of hesitant to try a lot of these map enhancement things because I'm honestly pretty happy with the way my ortho looks on the ground. I've been working and generating this ortho for the last years. I mean, this ortho I've been generating since X-Plane 10, which is however many years ago that was, 5-6 years ago. And so I'm building upon that archive of ground scenery that I have, not just in the United States, but in South America, Europe, and so on. And so anytime there's like a new add-on, it's like, hey, I'll give you all this scenery streaming or for lower or whatever. I'm like, we'll see. We'll see. Same engine, but derated. Huh. Auto Ortho and the Zebo mod or level up. X-Plane 12 released 1 year after Microsoft 2020 released. I wouldn't be surprised if they release X-Plane 13 after 1 or 2 years after the release of Microsoft 2024. Yeah, I agree. I think, you know, they're within a window that they could justify dropping a new X-Plane. I think honestly, I know we complain about X-Plane scenery in particular, but if you really look at where X-Plane has come from when X-Plane 12 first released, which we'd have to go back and watch a whole video on that, but they've come a long way. Their weather has seriously improved. Their lighting has seriously improved. The aircraft have improved. We have a lot more aircraft options that are up to date and really enjoyable to fly. So it's gotten a lot better. We've gotten a lot of free updates, a lot of major updates in X-Plane 12. And so, yeah, I think that if they do the scenery thing, if they give us the next-gen scenery, I think, it's my personal thought, it's probably going to be X-Plane 13. If it's not, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just X-Plane 12 living forever as 12 point whatever. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind it, and I'd pay for it. I really would. I think it's been long enough since we paid for X-Plane that, you know, it would be okay. As long as, let me clarify, as long as all of our current planes don't break. You know what I mean? And that might be the problem with X-Plane. That might be the problem with X-Plane, is that X-Plane 12 was built in a way to continue to support add-ons as early as X-Plane 8 or 9. And that might be what's holding it back. Maybe we need a clean slate. Maybe we need a new next-gen X-Plane 13 that completely wipes the plate clean. Maybe not on aircraft. Maybe the aircraft still roll over. But like for scenery, maybe we start over with the world. I think we probably need that to really get a big change, or else we're going to probably have the same thing. Thank you, Brady. I appreciate it, man. Welcome to the club. Yeah, man. Stan says, I'm a new parent, too. Same experience, too. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Stan. You know what I'm talking about, Stan. Oh, my God. We right here, bro. We relate. You feel me? That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. He's good, though. He's good. He's good. He's been, I'll talk about my kid now. He's been teething heavily for a little while now, and that causes some other things. So, but he's good. He's fun. We need another sim that has a better career mode than Microsoft Flight Sim. Well, there is Dead Stick Simulator. Is it a simulator? I think it's a game. There's Dead Stick. It's a game called Dead Stick. Look it up on Steam. I have been watching out for this game for years. They announced it a long time ago. Unfortunately, some things happened at the company, and it kind of got canceled for like a couple of years. And then it came back. And we are speeding, so let's bring the power back a little bit. Again, there's no auto throttle that I know of, so you do have to manage your speed. So I'm gonna bring my throttle back a few percent, and hopefully that'll bring it back. We're doing Mach 0.8 right now at 35,000 feet, headed towards Chicago. I don't know what our top of the ascent is. Let's see if we can get that information. Is there a thing for that? Is there a page for that? Perf maybe? Cruise. Here we go. Cruise. Yeah, no information about when we descend on this page. I wonder if my information is set up for that. Flight plan. I don't have any altitudes now that I think about it on there. Okay, I do. I have some altitudes here. So TOMAHAWK at 24,000. We have some altitudes on here. Let's see if we get a top of descent marker anywhere. Can we zoom out? I don't see one. I don't see one. We'll keep a lookout for it. We'll keep a lookout for it.
All aboard!
Nice to hear that 1 year of Mini Blue while Tom flies. Is he also an aviation enthusiast? You know what's funny? You know what's funny is he does like planes and he does like trains, and I'm very proud of that. Cause those are my things. He likes cars too. All the things that I like, he likes. But also, to be honest with you, that's all he knows. Cause that's all that his dad spends time doing and watching. So when he's around me, I'm watching racing, I'm watching train spotting videos, I'm watching plane spotting videos, or plane streams, or plane things. And so whenever I put a video on TV of a train or a plane, he's like, whoa. He can't talk yet, obviously. He's only one. But he can say, whoa. So anytime I put a train on the TV, or I play train sim on my monitor, he's like, whoa. Same thing with planes. I'm like, yeah, let's go. So obviously he's young. There's a lot of other things for him to discover in life that he may enjoy more than aviation. But I'll tell you what, my kid is not going to have the issue of not knowing that aviation exists and the opportunities that aviation has. That's for sure. But yeah, teach them young, man. Teach them young. But yeah, Dead Stick Simulator is another sim, and it's simmy. It's like a simcade, I guess. It's basically like a bush flying flight simulator, focused on bush flying in a fictional area, which I think is like kind of based off of Alaska. And the idea is the whole thing is kind of a career mode. And from what I understand, you kind of you own an aircraft and you fly this aircraft around this map and you pick up jobs, talk to people, pick up the cargo, take it to other places, or take people to other places. Again, I don't know the full length of what they're all doing, but I do know that it's kind of like a kind of career mode type gameplay, but again, mainly based on bush flies. I'm really looking forward to that game because it sounds like exactly what I may be looking for in like a career mode type of game. Plus, I love bush flying as well. Right? What guy doesn't like planes, trains, and cars and vehicles? Like, come on. Like, they're just too cool. They're too cool. Yours is a girl, 2 months old. I hope she likes planes too, bro. If I have a girl next, I'm gonna do the same thing. You're gonna see some planes. What's up, baseball boss? This is X-Plane 12, my friend, and this is the ERJ 175 by X Crafts. It is a preview. It is not yet out. And I do not have information on a release date. I honestly don't know. You have every gear to play any game. Yes, I do. He loves playing with my Moza yoke. Sometimes what I do is I won't be actually flying. I'll have some other game or some other thing up, and I'll have him sitting here in my lap, and I'll have the yoke turned off, and so he can like turn it and do whatever he wants with it without breaking anything. It's pretty sturdy, thankfully. Thank you, Drumnut, for the subscription. Welcome to the blue team, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have an amazing Thursday. Yeah, day, night, wherever you're watching from. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. I'm actually, if you look down, I'm starting to see a little bit of snow, I think. Or are those streets? There should be some snow near Chicago. The temperature last time I checked was like negative a crazy amount. Let me see. What's the weather in Chicago tonight? Negative 12. Yeah, it's cold. It's real cold. It's real cold in Chicago. I was watching the plane spotting. If you guys, some of you guys probably know this channel. There's a really good plane spotting channel that does like daily plane spotting at Chicago O'Hare. And I was watching last night, and I was like, man, it's like, I absolutely love watching planes land and take off on contaminated runways. So wet runways or snowy runways, it just looks so sick to me. When I worked at the airport, I used to love like sitting and watching the aircraft take off and land in the rain. I love seeing the big water spray, and it's just so satisfying to watch. It really is. No, not Flight Effects. Again, this is X Crafts. X-Craft ERJ family. So I believe the way he did it last time is that he released the entire family of ERJs as a package, or you could buy each aircraft as you want. So there's an ERJ 135, 140, 145, and 145 XR, and the business jet variant called the Legacy 650, which I'm actually looking forward to trying out myself. I used to love flying the business jet variant of this, the Legacy 650, so we'll probably be trying that next time I fly this plane. We had some snow a while ago. There was still some on the ground, but not too much. Okay, it's really it's really cold though. The Chicago Advocate channel is yep, it is. It's awesome. I haven't seen the one out of San Diego. Speaking of that, what is your favorite plane spotting channel? Uh oh, I think I froze up here. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Sim is frozen up. Please don't crash. Please don't crash on me. Yeah, what's your favorite plane spotting channel on YouTube? And there's a lot of them now, all over the world. All over the world. And I love that. I love that the plane spotting YouTube thing has popped off in the last, was it 5, 6 years, whatever it's been. It's not been that long. It seems like every plane spotting channel that popped up, like, blew up. Man, I really hope this comes back from this freeze. Oh, yes, go. Oh my god, I was like, no! This is a bad return to X-Plane. Oh my god, I'm so happy it came back. I'm so happy it came back. Because I am not restarting this flight, I'll tell you that much. I am not. Oh, speaking of RJ pilots, what's up, your SimCF5? Welcome to the stream, man. There will only be one RJ in town. I hope all is well. What's up, man? Welcome back to the stream, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't know, if I had to choose between the CRJ and the ERJ, like as a real pilot, I'd probably pick the CRJ, but the more modern one with the VNAV and the auto throttle, I think. But I think one of the factors for me that determines how much I enjoy a plane is how well it's been simulated in flight sim. So like the CRJ by Aerosoft is actually much better than it used to be. It's pretty good. But X-Crafts is just next level. And I've never been a big ERJ fan in general, like the E175, the E145s. Never been a big fan of them. It just, I don't know, they just never really, I don't know, caught my attention. I have my own preferences, and it just wasn't that. I've always been more preferred the Bombardier look of aircraft. But when X-Crafts released their E175 and 195, like a couple of years ago, that plane was so well done. Like when I tried it, I fell in love with it, and I was like, this plane is freaking amazing. It's way better than I thought. It's way cooler than I thought. And now I have a more of an appreciation for it. Ortho is free. Yes, Ortho is free. You can download it for free from Ortho for, I don't even know where to get it, to be honest. It's been so long since I've actually downloaded Ortho manually, but yeah, Ortho is free. Look up Ortho 4XP. Look up what's the other one called? Auto Ortho, and there's another one that he talked about in the chat earlier. What was it called? Remind me in chat what it was called. The newest one. It's a Map Enhancer, I think is what it was. Something like that. So look into those if you're looking to get some better graphics and sceneries and not sceneries, ground textures in X-Plane. Dark says, I even enjoy your train sim videos. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. There's some more to come. There is some more train sim videos to come and streams, so stay tuned for that. If I remember, there is a plane landing spot next to Bush International Airport where I used to park at. There was always some other cars parked there doing the same thing. Yes, so in my home airport at IAH, there is a plane spotting location. Look at the chart. Actually, we can pull it up in here. And we are overspeeding, of course. I always forget. I'll pull the power back. Let's see. If we go to Avatab, and we'll go search my home airport real quick, and I'll show you guys where the plane spotting location is there. When I used to work there, because I was always there, I went there pretty often, either before work Usually before work, because after work I was ready to go home. Or honestly, no, it was usually during my break. Because before work I was trying to get there on time, and after work I was in a hurry to go home. But if I had a break, like a long break, then I would go. So this is the airport chart for Houston Intercontinental, IAH. And the plane spotting location, the popular one, is right here off the east side of runway 27. There's a couple. There's one over here at the east side of 27. There's another one right in the middle of 27. There's like a road that goes right up to the taxiway. They might have blocked it off now. I know they were doing construction there, so there's a limited time that's going to be there. Also, east of East Cargo, there used to be a big lot you could kind of park in, but they're building something else there now. But you can actually pull in to the East Cargo parking lot and park right up next to the gate, and you'll be sitting like right here next to Echo Bravo, and so you could watch people land there as well. So I usually would go here next to 27. So it's a legit spotting area. It's pretty small, nothing fancy. If they're landing on 27, it's cool. If they're not landing on 27, it's pretty pointless. Other than that, there's really nowhere else to park or watch from the airport. But yeah, that's where I usually go. I don't remember the road. There's a specific road that's on, but I don't remember what it is. Let's go to landing. We'll use landing later. And somebody said, hey, you should try adding plane spotting to your channel, or do a plane spotting channel. I considered it because back when plane spotting was first popping off and like a lot of channels were just starting and blowing up, I was like, huh. I mean, at the time I was working at the airport, and I was like, you know what? If I set up the best spot in my opinion at Houston to do plane spotting is from the parking garage, but it's not free. You got to pay to get into the parking garage. And then you'd have to set up a camera on the top level, and a nice camera that can zoom in. But I remember looking into it with somebody, like we were considering it, and it is expensive. Like you need a really good camera, right, to get those nice close-up shots they have on the plane spotting videos, which is not cheap. And then you also need all of the internet connection stuff. That's the trickiest part of making a plane spotting channel. Again, not impossible. Anybody in this chat could do it if you have the money, right? But yeah, that's the tricky part. Not only is it expensive, but also getting it figured out so it actually works. You need like a mobile internet. I don't even know how it works completely. I just know you need a way to have your own independent internet. You don't want to depend on like 5G, 4G. You don't want to depend on the airport's internet Wi-Fi. You definitely don't do that. So you're going to have your own one that's fast. And I've noticed that some of these channels now have 2-3 cameras now, 3 different views. They have a team there, like they're doing their thing, man. Have you flown the Hot Start Challenger 650? And for me, Def the Chicago channel, that was a long one for you. Yeah. I love the Challenger 650. I haven't flown it in a while, but I love it. Got to get Starlink antenna, yeah, for sure. What's up, Element? Welcome to the stream, bro. We were just talking about you earlier. I'm using your business jet profile on the Moza, and it feels really good. Delta Tango 27, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. This is the ERJ E145 by X-Crafts on X-Plane 12. This is a preview. The plane is not yet released, and I don't have a release date for you. You were going to the one by runway 27. It was kind of small. You take your break there too. Nice. What do? You work at the airport too? I like to go down to Salt Lake City International with my camera. You can actually get really close when they come in from the south. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like it when airports have a dedicated plane spotting area, or just a really good spot to go to watch planes. I remember at Flight Sim Expo last year. Who was I with? Was that Element? Was that with Element? I was with Element, yeah. I think it was our last day, I want to say. It was like right after Expo. We drove out to, Providence Airport. And we found a decent spot, kind of like parallel to the runway. It's a little road that goes around the airport. And we went to a little road and got out of the car, got little phone cameras out, and started watching planes land. It's obviously not a very busy airport, but it was nice. Does the E-145 have the ability to fly holds? I don't see why not. I don't know how to do it. I've never done it, but I would assume it should. I don't know. I feel like any plane would have. That's essential to fly a hold, but I don't know. I've never done it. Sorry. Like I don't even know how to find my top of the descent in this thing. I'm still learning this plane right now. This is one of my first flights I've done with it. But seriously, where is my top of the descent? It should be coming up. Matter of fact, we actually have Chicago online on VATSIM. We may be talking to a real person here in a little bit. And I also noticed that Say Intentions has been very suspiciously quiet on the radio since we got up to cruise. I've been noticing that. I'm not sure if they updated Say Intentions with something, but like I've been noticing it at cruise sometimes. I'm getting a lot less chatter than I used to get. Getting a lot less chatter. I don't really particularly like that. I like hearing things on the radio. So watch out for that. We'll watch out for that. Good looking bird. Good looking bird. It does now that you told me that it's the same engines as the Citation 10, I can't unsee that. Like I just see that so much now. I can't unsee that. Yeah, it was Owls was there too. Yeah, I completely forgot he was with us. Was he there? Oh yeah, cause we took him to the airport. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, we took him to the airport. I think we took him to the airport and then plane spotted after dropping him off, which is messed up. By the way, I've been watching you a long time, and I now have a 4K setup for Flight Sim. Nice, Delta Tango. That's good. Yeah, I have a 4K monitor. We're not streaming in 4K. We're streaming in 1080, but I have a 4K monitor, so what I see, I mean, is crispy. It's a 40-inch screen, 40-inch 4K monitor. What's up, Hajamina? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We gotta do MSP2, yeah, for sure. I hope there's a good plane spotting place in Minneapolis. It's kind of become a tradition at Flight Sim Expo to try to plane spot at all the airports at the expo location. We did it in Houston for at HOU, which has pretty decent spots for plane spotting. It was at night, but it was still pretty cool. And then we did it. Well, I don't think I went, but I know in Vegas, a decent group went to Vegas to do some plane spotting at Vegas during the expo week. And then pretty much every year, there's a group of people who go out to the airport and plane spot. I appreciate it, Haji Amina. I appreciate the love. I used to work for Bulwark. I used to live in Kingwood with my wife, but we left Texas a long time ago. Gotcha. Go to Performance Init page 4 and put in the fuel weight. Why am I doing that? Nah, he was plane spotting with us, bro. We were out there for like 2 hours, then we stopped at KFC, then we dropped him off. I thought we dropped him off before all that. My memory is obviously blurry of that whole weekend. Because I could have swore we dropped him off at the beginning. Maybe it was at the end. No, you're right. I do remember. I remember him being out there with us now. He says go to the perf page 4, okay? Perf init page 4. And put in my fuel weight. So there's no fuel on this page. Is it too late to do that? I mean, we're kind of burning fuel right now. Here's takeoff and landing fuel. Maybe, I think it's what you're talking about, isn't it? Ray, this is X-Plane. X-Plane 12. Page 5, okay. Yep. Alright, so fuel. Yep, so I didn't put that because it wouldn't let me. If I click on it, it puts that there. Okay, great, now it works. Bro, I swear I tried this. So is that for our top of descent? Is that what that's for? Is that so we get a top of descent mark, or is that for something else? Thank you, Mac. Appreciate that. Because I kind of bypassed a lot of this earlier because it was not allowing me to put in a lot of this data, and I couldn't figure out why. We were talking about it in the stream, how like it wouldn't let me change my passenger count, which is 50. We'll confirm that. Perf init. Yeah, it's like 50. A full house today, and like that doesn't work. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. /170. Still not working. You know what I mean? So I don't know what I'm doing wrong there, Mac. But no, you will have you will have perf and VNAV. Oh, nice. Nice. Cass, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're not working too hard.
Commuter 116, Kansas City Center. Contact Chicago Center on 124.8.
All right, so that call was us
Chicago Center on 124.8.
sending us to Chicago Center, which is actually VATSIM. So Say Intentions knows that Chicago Center is online on VATSIM, and so it has handed us off automatically to VATSIM.
Chicago Center, Commutair 116.
Or actually, no, it hasn't. That went to regular Chicago Center. I thought it did. We do need to switch to VATSIM, though.
Chicago Center, good morning.
Am I on VATSIM? Wait, am I on VATSIM? Oh snap, I'm not on VATSIM. I thought I was on VATSIM this whole time. That's hilarious. I thought I was on, and I can't hop on now. Dang it. Dang it, and there's freaking ATC online. This would have been a perfect opportunity. Can I can't, right? It's against the rules, right? I can't just pop into his airspace at 35,000 feet with Center online. I guess that's a no-no. That's an obvious no-no. You had a 4-hour shift today? Oh, that's not bad at all. Those are the best days. Top descent might be too late in beta 4. We're adjusting the performance data. TOD is currently too late, leading to a step descent. This will be fixed in the final version. For now, start descending earlier or use speed brakes to manage your descent. Okay, so that is something they're trying to fix in the beta. So, oh snap, we just reached the top of the descent. Snap. I see it. It says it's too late, but is it? I mean, we're pretty. It might be. Let's see what happens. You have reached the top of the descent as visualized on the map. You have not started descending yet. Lower your altitude setting and use flight level change or vertical speed mode to start descending. Okay, we'll descend. See, it does a pop-up if it notices that you haven't done like the right thing at the right time. It'll pop up and kind of guide you and tell you, which is pretty cool. I've never seen any other plane do that before. That's pretty. I want to say that might be a first. We'll set 10, I think, is it 8,000? We'll set 10, we'll do flight level change. And the aircraft will descend. We're gonna have to bring the power back, most likely, too. Yep, there it is. Pull throttles back. I know, it just told me. And it went away when I pulled the throttles back. So you pull throttles back so that way we don't overspeed during our descent. We're above our top of the descent. And I think that because we put our fuel in there, thanks to Mac, I think that, because that wasn't there before. That top of descent was not there before. All right, guys, we're descending. And we'll have to monitor it because I don't trust it, to be honest. I don't trust it. I do not trust it. I don't think you should connect. You weren't cleared in VAT. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think I should connect. I really thought I started the flight on the VATSIM running in the background, but I guess I forgot to open it. So it's fine. We got Say Intentions. Say Intentions is doing its thing. They're competing with my tutorials. They're teaching me my tutorials. That's what they're doing. I do want to do a tutorial on this plane, but I gotta learn it first. I do. That's the struggle. That's the challenge with my tutorial videos, is that I often have to make the tutorial before there's a lot of information about the plane. So I have to read the manual or whatever. Thankfully, honestly, there's already some this plane is decently covered because this plane was out before. And it's just kind of been improved. So, and there's a few real world pilots out there who have actually made some really good videos on how to fly. Usually my goal is to kind of condense their videos because mine don't go into that much detail. But we have made a descent. into Chicago. X-Plane is looking very good, Sawyer. Very good, man. I'm starting to like the clouds a little bit better than Microsoft. I'm sorry if it's a bit quiet inside. It's because I have the sound turned way down because it's really loud outside. X-Plane is very loud outside. Alright, so we're currently flying over, or descending over Peoria, Illinois. I remember I had never heard of Peoria until Flight Sim Economy. Anybody in chat used to fly Flight Sim Economy? On Flight Sim Economy, I've spent years on Flight Sim Economy. I still fly a little bit to this day as well. I love Flight Sim Economy. But there was a really big like hub in Peoria, Illinois that somebody made. There's a lot of passengers coming in and out, a lot of aircraft out here to rent. So I remember flying a King Air out of Peoria a bunch years ago. And that is the only reason I know what Peoria is or that it exists. That's why I love things like Flight Sim Economy, NeoFly, On Air, and so on, because it allows you to fly to places that you wouldn't normally fly to and actually enjoy it. Ray says, yeah, Maggie, super nice. I run XP from time to time whenever I'm free. I wish I had more time though. I'm in school pursuing to be an aircraft maintenance engineer. Nice, man. That's cool. I'm sure you heard of Stig Aviation, right? Like he just posted a video like today. He's an aircraft mechanic and he records everything. That's really cool to watch. It's really cool to watch. I actually thought about being an aircraft mechanic. I just don't know if I'm like handy enough. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic in real life or anything, but I've learned since I've been flight simming that I think I enjoy engineering. Let me correct that. Like, not necessarily creating something engineering wise, but like working on something like an airplane or a train or just something big and complex. And that's why I love, like in Microsoft Flight Sim, where you have aircraft that allow you to open up the engine bay and stuff like that. Like, and I said this in one of my streams before, like I really wish we had a aircraft mechanic simulator. I'd play the heck out of that game, if done well, of course. But that'd be cool. The airport night lighting looks great in X-Plane 12. 2 reflections are better than Microsoft Flight Sim. Yes. So it's actually funny. So since Sim Update 4 and Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, the overall night lighting in Microsoft, in my opinion, looks better. Overall. Like when you're flying at cruise, the way the ground looks at night, and things like that. But, make sure we're not speeding. Yeah, we're good. But the aircraft lighting at night looks better in X-Plane, in my opinion. Like the way the taxi lights reflect off the ground, off of the aircraft, the way the ground taxi lights reflect off the aircraft, which is something that Microsoft does not even do at all. Which I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Or we're flying sideways. Look at that. That wind is kicking our butt. That wind is kicking our butt. But I'm liking the plane. I do. And I knew I would. It took me a while to kind of like get back into X-Plane. I had an issue where yesterday actually, because I was actually gonna stream this yesterday instead of the MD-11, but I ran into a problem where I don't know why this happened. I'm not sure if this has ever happened to anybody else in chat. My hard drives changed letters on their own. So like I have a bunch of hard drives. I have like an I drive, a G drive, a J drive, a F drive. I have a bunch of drives on my PC, both internal and external. And for some weird reason, one day, 1 or 2 months ago, one of my it just changed. Like my main drive stayed the same, but like my external drives, the one that I have my videos for editing, and the one that I have my scenery for X-Plane, and probably another. I think my DCS drive. I have a separate drive for DCS because these sims take up so much stupid space. That's why I have so many drives. But yeah, yeah. For some reason, I got up one day, and the letters were different, and I didn't even notice because I didn't memorize what the letters were. I just know what to click on. And one day I got in my video editing program, and I was doing a video, and it couldn't find any of my files. I was like, oh no, oh no. Anyway, long story short, I got it not fixed. The drives are still changed, but now I've linked all of my videos to my editor, so it knows where those are at. But when getting back into X-Plane, I have a whole symbolic linking system that I do for X-Plane, where I don't have my scenery on the same drive as my X-Plane, and so I do a link to the other drive. And so since the letter changed, that link was broken. So all of my scenery in X-Plane was broken. And so I was talking to Captain Lee the other day because we were trying to figure out how to get his scenery working of Tulsa, which comes with its own ortho, which is nice. But I noticed that outside of his ortho, I had no other ortho or scenery. I was like, this is weird. I know I have a lot more scenery in this area. Where the heck is it? So again, it came down to the fact that the drive had changed letters, and I had to go in and relink all my scenery. So I still haven't relinked all of them. I only relinked my ortho, and that's it. I still have some other sceneries to relink. So kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Captain Lee, how was TUL? It was great, man. It was a great, nice departure out of Tulsa. Enjoyed it, man. Definitely gonna be flying back there, in and out. So didn't get a chance to like do a whole showcase thing, but we definitely showed it on taxi out. Looked really good. I'm sure you'll rewind back and watch that piece of it. Looking at Apple Maps, there's a parking garage just south of MSP for the MSP airport in Bloomington, Minnesota, or there's a baseball field in Winona, Minnesota, just in the Minneapolis suburbs. Could be for plane watching. Nice. Nice. What's up, Dominic? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, I've known of Stig Aviation in his videos, but I never really watched him. I don't know why. I think I saw some of his stuff on social media, like on TikTok or Instagram, and I was always really interested in those videos, but I never really watched him on YouTube, and I didn't realize that he had posted like full-length videos on there. I thought it was just short stuff. And so when I found that, I was like, oh, this is cool. So sometimes I'll let it play in the background while I'm doing other things around the house. But yeah, like I love seeing the different perspectives of that. All right, so we're descending. We're descending past 18,000 feet. This is the point in which we would usually brief our arrival into our destination airport. So if you're just joining us, we're flying into Chicago O'Hare. I don't know if I have scenery there. We're gonna see when we land. It'll be a surprise for all of us. But the plan is, we're going to take runway 28 center unless ATC changes that on us, but that's the plan. Let's see, we're descending via the Trill or Turtle 6 arrival. We're not going to go all the way out to Vogler. We're hoping to get vectors from Tony. And does this aircraft automatically tune the ILS? Probably not. It's kind of confusing. Some things the plane does automatically, other things it does not. So the ILS...
Commutair 116, Chicago Center, descend via Turtle 6 Welch transition into O'Hare. Altimeter 3025.
Alright, there we go. 3025.
Via Turtle 6 Welch transition into O'Hare. Altimeter 3025. Commutair 116.
Alright, 3025 on the left. We'll do 3025 on the right. There it is.
Commutair 116, contact Chicago approach on 133.625.
Switching to Chicago approach on 133.625.
Commutair. Right. Oh shoot, and probably, let's see, how low do we want to go?
Commutair 116. Good morning, descending 4000.
So the co-pilot's taking care of the radios for us, which is nice.
Chicago approach, expect the ILS runway 28 center approach into O'Hare.
28 center, is that what we wanted? Yep, perfect. Perfect.
Expecting the ILS runway 28 center approach. Commutair 116.
So we're going to go down to 11,000 initially, it looks like. So we'll set that. 11,000 is the bottom altitude of our arrival. Uh-oh, that was an accident. 11,000. We're actually almost there. Let's go fly a little change again. should be able to change that speed. No. No. Okay. All right, 11,000. We're 1,000 feet away from that. We're actually almost there. Surprisingly, look at this flight plan. I see something weird happening on this flight plan. What is this? We go to Rhino, and then it's confused. So we're supposed to go from here to Rhino, and then the Jarjo. Wait, no. Oh, do we go north? Do we go on the north side of the airport for 28 Center? Looks... I think we do. I think we do. Southwest flights out of Birmingham or Tulsa? Maybe, we'll see. The default is good enough? Alright, hope so. Do you think you could do a pre-release stream of the Tokyo soon? Maybe. We'll have to talk about that one. Alright, so it's Rhino, Henry, and then Rhino. So we're already at our restriction of 11,000, which is good. I'm trying to understand this chart because it's kind of confusing that it goes Rhino and then it's just like bleh. It's like it just doesn't know. What does this say? So I think it might be vectors preview. Yeah, Rhino and then it's it. There's just nothing after that. There's just nothing after that. We're missing a few waypoints. Let's see if we can add a few waypoints after Rhino. I think we're gonna go south. Yeah, we do. Let's go Rhino to Giorgio. So let's go Will let me do that? Let me see. J-O-R-J-O. Can I do that? I can. Nice. Giorgio and then Monks. Mike. Oscar November Kilo Zulu. Nice. And then Tony. Tango Oscar November India Echo. Oops, missed one. India Echo. I don't know if I have to. I don't think I have to activate that. Unable 11,000 at Giorgio. That's a lie. We're already at 11,000, so you are able. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. We're at 11,000 right now. Matter of fact, we're at 11,1 to be exact. And we're slow, so let's speed up. Alright, let's see if that actually was added to our flight plan. Let's zoom it in. Looks like it was. How do I go to plan mode? FMS. That's that screen. That's still that screen. Maybe MFD. There's data. Yeah, I'm not sure. TCAS. That's cool. That's cool. I have 4080 Super and recently reset PC to factory and installed X-Plane 12 and still have some blurry textures in the cockpit. Any recommendations to make X-Plane 12 ultra realistic in terms of mods? Oh, wow. Wow. Good question. I think there's a setting. I'm pretty sure it's a single setting that you have wrong. Because if you have a 80 Super, you have plenty of firepower to make this sim look amazing. You have plenty. Man, what is this? There's a setting. There's a texture setting. If you remind me, if you stick around and remind me after we land, maybe I can open up my graphic settings, and you can look at what I'm using, and maybe you can start there. Let's see if it works for you. Alright, we're holding 11,000 feet. Chicago O'Hare should be off our nose. We're gonna make a right turn, like a right turn before left base. Can't quite see. Yep, is that the airport right there? No. I think that's it right there. We're a bit fast. That's okay. Alright, so what I want to find out is if this thing auto-tunes the ILS or not. 117.1. Is that the one we want? It is not. We want 1109. So it's actually 108s. We want 108. So is it 0.895. That's in nav1. From Tony, we can go direct to Hazel, if it'll let me. So clear that disco. Nice. Back to flight plan. There we go. So after Rhino, I think we stay here at 11,000. I feel like we should descend though. We should definitely descend for the ILS interception, which is going to have us at what, that 6,000? Yeah, Meemaw, 6,000. Let's get down to 6,000 feet. Alright, 6,000, plugging that in there. Let's get our speed down to 250, so we get slowed down. Making our right turn. Again, I'm sorry the sounds are so low right now because when we go outside it's so loud, but I'll turn it up. It's too quiet for me. Can we butter this thing? I have not. My latest landings have not been good. I'm not confident, but I'm gonna try. Alright, let's ascend. Wait for it. Quite a little change. Sending down to 6,000. And again, O'Hare should be on our left. Yep, there it is. There's O'Hare. And it looks like I have scenery there. Kind of hard to tell. Yeah, for sure, solar. I'll bring it up even if you don't, if you're not here. At the end of the stream, I'll show my my graphic settings for anybody who needs help with that. Again, I'm not guaranteeing that my settings are gonna work for you either, but it could be somewhere you could start. All right, so passing 10,000 feet. Lights all coming on now. And off our nose. One thing I love about flying to Chicago is that you fly right over downtown Chicago on approach into O'Hare. And we're probably gonna make a left turn over it. Yeah, I think we might. I'm gonna sync my heading because we're gonna actually manually vector us. Not sure what's going on with ATC right now, but we'll do our own thing. Let's go outside. We'll turn the sound down real quick so it doesn't blow your ears out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is X-Plane. In X-Plane, you do not get the pyramid buildings. I mean, I think they do have a custom Chicago city. All 3D models. And roads. Very prominent roads down there. I think they need more trees though. There it is, the iconic Chicago building. What building is that? The Bank of America building or something? What building is that? That popular Chicago skyline building. Oh, that's nice. It looks like Miami a little bit. If you're not paying attention. All right, aircraft is making the left turn. Let's continue bringing. How do I manually manage my speed? That's what I want to do now. I want like manual speed management mode at this point. We have our ILS tuned. 108.905. That's tuned in for the ILS. That's good to go. I don't know what else. I don't think I need to do anything else to cap the ILS except for that, I assume. Let's zoom in. We could do some perf stuff. Why not? Our last chance to do so. So Chicago to a center. Way at the bottom of the list. It is dry. We'll go with that. Icing, probably yes. Flaps 22, 45 to 45. Weather in Chicago right now is 280 at 18, gusting 33. So 280, and we'll put the gust 33. Temperature is minus 12.
Commuter 116, 4 miles from Hazel, turn left heading 280, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
I don't know my landing rate.
3025 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 28 center approach.
Nice. How do I get my landing weight?
280, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Altimeter 3025, cleared for the ILS runway 28 center approach. Commuter 116.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I think it might be in here. Nope. Perf inits. Gross weight. I don't trust any of these numbers in here because they were wrong to begin with. I could probably get it from.
116. Contact O'Hare Tower on 128.15.
Alright, going over the tower.
To O'Hare Tower on 128.15. Commuter.
Alright, let's go ahead and arm our. We might be high here. Oh shoot, we are. Shoot, we are. We are. 2000. Use vertical speed mode this time. Alright, VS. I'm getting behind the aircraft.
O'Hare Tower.
Never
good.
good.
116. Good afternoon. Established on the ILS runway 28 center approach.
Pretty sure we're above it.
Commuter 116 O'Hare Tower, roger.
Actually, we just no. I wonder if I have to swap this over to nav mode to capture it. Because some planes make you actually switch from FMS mode to VOR mode to capture an ILS. I'm not sure if this plane wants that or not. I'm gonna try it though, because we're pretty close. Let's try it. Let's go nav. Yep. Alright, course 273. How do I change the course? How do I change a course? So many things I need to learn. Because the course is wrong. I don't know how to change the course. That's not it. Alright, we're actually just above.
Commuter 116 O'Hare Tower, winds 280 at 13, gusting 23.
Speed brakes, we need them.
Center, cleared to land.
Alright, we're clear to land.
Cleared to land, runway 28 center. Commuter 116.
Alright boys, let's get it. Let's get it. There it is. We just captured the glide slope. I still don't know how to manage my speed. Okay, there we go. It's manual anyways. Again guys, I still have a lot to learn with this plane, so don't judge me too harshly. I am looking forward to learning everything there is to learn about how to fly this aircraft correctly, but right now we're just having fun with it, and we're going to try to get it on the ground safely as we approach Chicago O'Hare, completely fully established on the ILS. We are slow enough for gear. Gear is coming down, and I'll show you that here on the outside view. Oh, she looks good when she's dirty. Alright, we are just about slow enough for flaps. We don't want to stall. Alright, flaps coming down. Nice. I honestly don't know what our approach speed is in this thing. Anybody in chat want to tell me real quick? I honestly do not know what the approach speed is. I'm gonna take over here in a bit, anyways. I want to see how she flies. All right, let's get the sound up here. I'm gonna stick to the cockpit for the rest of the flight. Stereo cockpit.
Autopilot. Caution. Autopilot.
We stalled. All right, she Rex coming back. Oh my gosh, she's heavy.
1,000.
Power.
Runway 28, right.
Oh my god.
Caution.
No.
Caution.
No. That's not.
Trim.
Go away. Oh, we almost died just now. My goodness. That would not be a first stream for this plane. All right, here we go. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. Alright, flaps are down. Oh my god, why is this so stiff? We're too slow.
500.
Bro, I can barely move the yoke. It's so freaking stiff. This is not going to be a pretty approach, guys. I'm just going to warn you right now. Alright, let's get our speed. Let's get our speed kind of somewhere consistent. Man, she is slippery. I think I hear traffic underneath me or something. Alright, flying over the trains, which X-Plane has trains, unlike Microsoft Flight Sim. Got a plane landing across from us.
500.
It feels like 135, 140 is... It kind of likes it around that area.
400.
I don't know why my yoke is popping. Alright, we're high.
300.
Sorry.
Minimums.
Alright, here we go. Here, all or nothing. Put off center.
Approaching runway
100.
Center.
Keep the power in. Flat all the way.
50. 40.
Oh
30.
my God.
20. 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that was horrible. That was horrible.
116, welcome to O'Hare. Contact ground on 124.125.
Switching to ground on 124.125.
That was horrible. That's my worst landing in 2026.
Commutair 116. Good afternoon. Clear to
Alright,
runway.
manual braking.
Ready to taxi to the gate.
Reverse is retracted. My goodness.
Terminal 1 gate C1.
I'm embarrassed you guys had to watch that live.
Quebec uniform 6 uniform. Good day.
Whew, we
1
definitely blew the
Charlie
tires in the front.
16 via Delta Delta. Bravo, Quebec. Uniform.
I was trying to trim it so I didn't have to
Good
pull
day.
so much, but honestly, I need a... Alright, where do we go? I need a... Like, this is too stiff. It's too stiff for me. My... At the end of it? Huh, interesting. Yeah, that's too stiff for me. I gotta fix that. Anyways, I don't know where we're going. Where are we at? Where are we at? We'll get that fixed before the next flight. Alright, we'll take the next right. That should be Delta Delta, and we're gonna find out where we're parking. Oh, that was horrible. Kablamo! Kablamo was right. Oh, we're gonna need to send out the fire trucks after that landing. Jeez. I swear the passengers probably hit their heads on the seats. I can't wait to watch the replay. Or maybe I can't wait. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. So bad. Alright, we'll hold short. 28 right. Sounds like somebody's taking off for landing right now. Sheesh. Man.
Approaching runway.
I'm sorry you guys had to watch that.
Left.
I could not pull up. I'm pretty sure my yoke right now is fully deflected backwards. Let me see. Yeah. It doesn't go any farther than that. It does not go any farther than that. So like I would have had to trim a heck of a lot more. Oh, my camera's falling. Bro. My camera's... Hold up. I think it's good. It's like my camera is mounted on like this boom thing on my desk, but so was this massive force feedback yoke, which I've been rocking my desk this whole time. I'm telling you guys, my desk is not strong enough for this Moza yoke. Unfortunately, it is not strong enough. That is my biggest struggle with the force feedback yoke, is that my desk is just not strong enough for it. So that's why I usually turn it down, but I didn't. So anyways, let's get to the gate so we can watch this replay and see where everything went wrong for us. So, did ATC give us clearance across the runway? Oh yeah, he did. Gate Charlie 16 Delta Delta Bravo Quebec uniform. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go. Alright, we're clear. Sheesh, man. I don't see any damage. So I guess we're okay. Look at the suspension. Oh, I love it. Look at the suspension when I hit the brakes. Man, that looks good.
Approaching runway 1.
It's like Soul Plane.
Left.
I gotta make a right turn here, I think. Alright, bit of a lone taxi. D Motley, welcome to the stream, man. You made it safe, that's all that matters. Yeah, but I'm also gonna get fired after this flight, so I won't have a job based on that landing, that's for sure. As long as the door's open, yeah. Yeah, the base is massive. It's huge. I did a review on the Moza base a month ago, and that was my biggest piece of feedback, was just how big it was. I made it work on my desk. Like, it fits just like it basically goes end to end. Like, it's just as deep as my desk is. So, but unfortunately, because it takes up so much space on top of my desk, I can't fit other things like the Wind Wing autopilot panel or radio panels. Like, my whole desk is basically taken up now for the most part. Don't worry, we're only doing 23 knots. What's up, train and airplane galore? Welcome to the stream, man. My kind of guy, trains and planes. What's up, man? Definitely should have gone around after that stall, but I'm sure it's better than my landing would have been. You're not bad yourself, bro. Mandatory inspection for sure. Yeah, we'll let them know that they might want to check this one over before the next leg, before the next sector. We'll call Stig out to check the landing gear for and the tires. So it looks like I do have some sort of Chicago scenery. Or is this default? You know what? That might be default. That might be default. Look at the pilots when you hit the brakes. Wait. Look at the pilots when you hit the brakes. Let me see. Oh my god, you're right. Look. The heads move. Wow. What a detail. Okay, that's funny. What a detail. I would have never caught that, Deer Crusher, if you didn't call that out. That was pretty cool. I wonder what they look like when we landed. My leg. No, you're good, Cass. You're good, bro. Whoa, hold on, I got you. Hey, can we get some wheelchairs at the gate?
Requesting wheelchairs at the gate. Hey folks, we have just climbed above 10,000 feet.
Wait, what?
Please keep your seatbelts fastened as we continue our ascent. Cabin service will begin shortly, so sit back and relax. Thank you for flying with us today.
Bro, we landed so hard, the cabin crew is delirious and doesn't know that we're on the ground. Yeah, she's still up there. I appreciate it, man. Train galore. Do you think I should fly a CJ 200? Why not? Sure, if you want to. Alright, we'll take this spot. Foxtrot 23 works for me. Oh man. Yep, I definitely got some more learning to do with this plane, both systems and flying. I also do some fine tuning with my yoke force feedback profile. Make sure I'm getting everything I can out of it. Is the brake on or not? Why is the brake not turning on? Did I break the brakes? Because, hold on, let me see. Alright, it's on now. Huh, interesting. I don't know if this is working, bro. I don't know if this is working. I pressed my actual brake button on my throttle to get the brakes on, but that lever did absolutely nothing. Okay, let's shut her down, I guess. So let's get GPU. I don't want to use APU. GPU on. Actually, you know what? Let's watch the replay, guys. Let's watch the replay. Let's skip that. Alright, we're not on VATSIM, but we'll end the flight. Let's see what my landing rate was. I'll let you guys know as we're watching the replay. We'll go review that and see what I know it was some ridiculously high number. Because we came in hot, we didn't flare at all, we landed on the nose gear, it was just a nightmare. A complete nightmare of a landing. Alright. Beautiful thing about X-Plane is that it has its own built-in replay camera. Now, sometimes it does crash the sim, so we're gonna have to see. I don't know if this is gonna actually work. We are definitely going to try. And it's working. Alright, that's way too far. That works. Alright, so I'm stalling right here. Sorry, that's loud. Yeah, so we stalled there. And then we saved it. And then we're gonna stall again. Yeah, I had absolutely no handle on this plane. At all. At all. It looks good though. I mean, at least it looks good, right? Hey, if you're gonna crash, look good doing it. Chicago in the background, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's a screenshot. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me get some. Let me get some. Hey, we're not going to talk about what happened next. I'm going to share this screenshot, and we're just going to forget what happened shortly after this beautiful shot that I got on my screen right now. All right, let's go watch the disaster of a landing we had. Man, I swear I wish Microsoft's replay mode was this smooth. Alright, here we go. You also, I can't help but like look at the differences between this and Microsoft. Look how high we were, Jesus Christ. I also noticed how high resolution it is at the end of the runway versus Microsoft Flight Sim always blurs it out, which I never like. Bro, we're super high. Bit of a crosswind, bit of crabbiness happening there. That's okay, nothing out of the regular there, but we are descending really. That's probably why I stalled, because I was trying to lose that altitude. So we're at a really low speed, and then. Okay, actually, we landed on the main gear. I thought we came down on the front. I always forget these RJs are, when they're sitting on the ramp, they're pointed down a little bit. Those reversers are nice. You know, I mean, I think I could get this landing right after another try. We're running back. Yeah, I thought I came down on the nose gear. We came down on the main gear just barely. Actually, I'm less upset about it now knowing that. I'm less upset. Still upset, but less upset. All right, let's watch it again. Yeah, I love seeing this aircraft as well. All right, here we go. So coming down, this is real speed. Bam! Oh my god, like no ground effect or at all. No flare, just slammed it down like an F-18. That was a Navy pilot landing right there. That was a carrier landing, yeah, I was saying that immediately. This is, I mentioned this in my last stream, and I started off by saying, am I wrong for feeling this way? Am I crazy? Is there something evil about me thinking this? It's like, am I the only one that wishes that flight sims would let you actually visually break a plane? You know, like in this case, I wasn't trying to crash. I was trying to land, but I failed. And so in this case, I feel like, you know, I hate to give a real world example, but you know, I basically, the gear should have caved in and we should have went sliding down the runway in burning flames as hard as we came down. Or at least the tires should have blew. Let's see from here. Man, it looks so good though, man. Jesus, X-Plane just looks so good sometimes. Yep, Z-Sim Pilot, we are on X-Plane 12 today, man. Yes, sir. Any sensitivity settings with your yoke in the sim? I'm using a profile that I downloaded that I need to actually fine-tune now. Bam. With the wing flex, you can actually see the whole body absorb that landing. The spoilers didn't come out, but reverses did. Sheesh. Yeah, like, I mean, again, I'm not here to crash planes, but hear me out. But hear me out. If a crash were to happen, I want to see it happen. You know what I mean? Like, if I land hard, let my gear cave in, let them break, let my tires blow out. Now, you can have a blown tire in X-Plane. It does simulate that. You can have an engine fire. It does simulate that. So X-Plane is farther along in this kind of request than Microsoft would be. Microsoft has, like, literally no damage whatsoever. If I were to land on the ground with no gear, you would see sparks fly. But again, if I smash it down, the gear won't cave in. No dents on the wing or the nose. That looks good. Bro, I feel like I'm watching a plane spotting video right now. Look at that. Oh! Slam. Boom! God, dog. I'm actually looking forward to flying again, for one, so that I can redeem myself from that landing. But I also know when I get the landing right, it's gonna look so good. Like, it's gonna look so good when I get the landing right. Oh man. Any specific view requests in the chat? Any angles you guys want to see? We'll do like a farther out plane spotting view out here towards the taxiway. But let me know if you want to see a wing view, which I'll do for sure. Nose gear view, belly cam. Yeah, Flight Factory actually has a lot of that stuff. Yeah, you're right. I want full destroy mode. I agree, D-Miley. Yes. If you want to see planes break in flight sim, all gather here. I agree, bro. I want to see engines come off. Like, I want full-on derail valley, full-on beam NG level of crash physics in a flight sim. I might get canceled by saying that, or I don't know. But that's what I want. I really do. I mean that though. I like this angle right here. Look at that. Man, it's so smooth too. Like, performance is great. I'm not getting any stutters at all. Like, you would think that's a real video for a second. Passenger view? I got you, man. You're welcome, Britt Taylor. Again, guys, this is a preview of the X-Craft ERJ family. Do not have a release date for you guys yet. I'll probably do another stream or video before the release, or at least hopefully. I have been, if you have any feedback, things that you like or dislike about the plane, or things that you think are inaccurate, definitely leave those in the comments. Hopefully Marco will come through and look at the comments and watch the video later on. He's probably asleep right now, but hopefully he'll come through and rewatch the stream. It's good. You want to have the best feedback you can before you release, you know what I'm saying? Alright, this view right here might be scary. I'm not sure how hard we're gonna hit the ground. Here we go. This is V2. This is the V2 of the plane. Yeah, the plane is out. The old version is out, but this is the new version. Ooh. Bro, if I had XP Realistic on, it'd be like, whoa. I want to see the pilots when we touch down. That's the view I want to see. I want to see the pilots when we touch down. Full BMDG would be amazing. It would be though, right? I mean, I don't think we're ever gonna get a realistic flight sim with BeamNG physics. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I don't think any. I think the flight sims are all too corporate friendly to ever allow that to happen, because they're trying to satisfy the airlines and manufacturers, and none of those people want that. And I get it, I guess. But oh no, the people have spoken. We want BeamNG levels of physics, not just crash physics, all physics. Because in my opinion, the BeamNG has the best overall physics of any simulation game I've ever played. Alright, so let's get a view so that we can see the crew and if they move at all. Get a nice close-up, tight view of the crew here. Operated by Commute Air. Right, can you see him? I can see him a little bit. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah, that's true. X-Plane doesn't definitely, as far as, you know, things not going as planned, are much farther ahead than we'll do it in slow motion than Microsoft for sure. Microsoft is much more corporate when it comes to what they do and don't do in the flight sim. Alright, is the head gonna move? Not really. Actually, I think their heads are forward already. I can't tell. All right, I think I might have a belly camera we can use. Yeah. All right, this will be our last one, and we'll get out of here. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Big shout out to X-Craft for allowing me to preview it. Hope I did it okay. As I said, looking forward to learning how to fly this plane more efficiently and realistically. And it looks really good. Oh, man. Alright, so what was our landing rating on that flight? Let's see. Where is the landing rating? Does it tell me? Flight time was 1 hour, 12 minutes. Wait, where is my landing rate? Does it not tell me? Because I'm on an X-plane? Or am I blind? Maybe I'm blind. I don't see my landing rate, guys. I really don't see it. The tower view for last shot. Where's the tower? Over here somewhere? We'll assume there's a little tower right here. Yeah, we'll play it in slow-mo. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't show. Let me see if I can look at a different flight here. Hold on. Flights. Wait, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it didn't record a landing rating for this flight for some reason. Maybe it's better that we don't know. Yeah, it's usually right there. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sorry for that cliffhanger there. I don't know what our landing rating was. We obviously know it was hard, but I don't know how hard. So again, maybe it's better that we don't know. Well, guys, this was fun. Again, shout out to X-Crafts and Marco, D Motley, Elitis, Ryan, Reggie, D Motley, Solar 777, Trains and Airplanes Galore. Thank you guys for all hanging out with me. Z Sim Pilot, everybody who came in and chatted with us. Hope you guys have an amazing night, an amazing week, and hopefully, if all things go as planned, we'll be live again tomorrow. Yep, some things are best to be kept secret, absolutely, and I think that this is one of those things. Tomorrow, so I'll either, if we go live tomorrow, I'll either do another stream of this aircraft tomorrow, or we may do X-Plane, or sorry, we may do DCS. I know a lot of people have been asking me to do DCS on Friday in particular, so we may do DCS with the boys tomorrow. So if you're into that kind of thing, come through. Either way, I'm definitely going to be doing another video and or stream of this plane. I want to check out the Legacy 650. I also just overall want to get better at flying this plane. I think it's a really cool plane. I really like it, and I want to be proficient in it. So that's the goal. Anyways, guys, I'm out for the night. You guys are amazing. Until next time, remember, you have 3 choices: give up, give in, and give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time, next video. We out of here. See ya. That's a screenshot right there, boy. Oh, that looks like a real plane, bro. That's crazy. Hold on, run it back. I don't even want to see the landing. I just want to see the flyby. I don't want to see the landing. I just want to see the flyby. Bro, right there. Give me that. Give me some of that. Alright. Yo. In slow-mo for the last one. That's what we're doing. Right here. Alright, enjoy.